Hello everyone, I'm Rosefear, and in this video I'm going to answer the question, does Torghast suck? And the short answer is, kind of, but not really. So, to get more into that, Torghast has a lot of potential, but in its current state, it sucks. So, I'm assuming Blizzard is going to be introducing a lot more stuff moving on into the future, but as I said, currently, it's not fun content. If it wasn't required, I wouldn't do it. So, Torghast, in its inception, at least in my mind, is quite literally a carbon copy of a mobile game. Now, this mobile game is actually really good, and I don't fault Blizzard for wanting to put it into World of Warcraft, and it does go along with, it goes along with Blizzard saying that they've been playing more mobile games than PC games recently. And honestly, I think that's terrible to hear, especially from a game that makes PC games, because you want people that are playing PC games, people that are in the community of PC gaming, and actually like I said, within that community, people who understand what people who are playing their games want. And for the most part, it's not mobile games. Like I said, this is quite literally a carbon copy of a mobile game called Arturo. Now I'm going to show a short little clip of Arturo here, and you can see that after the person clicks play, they're presented with 3 random abilities, and based on those 3 random abilities, you can build up different synergies and different playstyles within the game. Now it's to the point where, similar to Torghast, you can get really lucky, and in Torghast sometimes, for example, I'll be doing like 8 to 11k DPS at the end, or I'll be doing like around 20k DPS at the end. It literally depends on the abilities that you roll and how lucky you get. It's the exact same in Arturo. You go through levels, you get different abilities after you complete each level. Yeah, so it's like I said, it's a carbon copy of a mobile game put into World of Warcraft. And that's not a bad thing. It's not necessarily a bad thing that Blizzard's done something like that. I think that the implementation and the current state of Torghast is the bad thing. Because Torghast, like I said, in its current state, if it wasn't required for the Soul Ash, I quite literally wouldn't do it. It's not good content, right? Because you do the 6 floors, it feels like, let's say you're having a really good run, right? You're getting all the super great high damage abilities. The run, you're having a lot of fun with it. You're doing like crazy DPS, and it's like, yes, this is a really good run. It's going to be really easy at the final boss, blah blah blah. So you get to the final boss, you get it done, and it's like, well, shit. I really wanted to keep going with this one. I was really lucky. This one was feeling really good. Like, if there was more floors, like the Twisting Corridors version that we saw in the beta, Torghast would be so much more fun. And for example, like, I was staying away from Torghast on the beta because I didn't want to spoil any of it for myself when it came out, because I was watching some of the streamers go through, and they were being really strategic with these the 70 floors, and it's like, wow, this is actually pretty unique content to World of Warcraft, and it looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. It has potential for leaderboards. Like, you go, maybe like it takes you X amount of time to do the 70 floors, somebody does it faster, or there's an unlimited version where you can go as many floors as you can until you just literally can't go any further. Like, it looked like it had a lot of potential for stuff like that, and I don't know why, but Blizzard has opted for the option of making it just less fun. And when I say less fun, it's just, you get to that point where it's like, man, I want to keep going with this. I feel like this is a good run, or it's you're just having a good time with it, and it's like it ends right as it's getting started. That's literally what it feels like. It's like you're edging for the whole time. It's not a whole lot of fun to be in a situation like that in a video game. It's like, I want to keep going and see how far I can take it, and I just feel like it's not there. And yeah, some aspects of the mobile game don't translate really well into World of Warcraft, and that's one of them. The limited number of floors doesn't translate well into World of Warcraft. It works well in Arturo because in a mobile game you don't want to be sitting there for 6+ hours in a mobile game being like, okay, just going through each floor. It's like, man, I'm getting really lucky, but this is, man, I don't want to be sitting on my phone this long. I'm running out of battery. Like, it gets to the point where it's like short 20-minute like gameplay sessions is probably what you're looking for. It's not what I'm looking for in WoW, right? When I sit down to play WoW, it's definitely more for 20 minutes. I've never sat down to WoW and been like, okay, I've got 20 minutes. I'm gonna go and do one dungeon. Like, that's never been a thought in my mind. When I sit down to play WoW, I'm sitting down for a while. I'm gonna play that game for a while. I don't want to be like going through these like small little like theme park type things constantly. And I think Torghast has the potential to be something really great. I've seen some different synergies within like Shadow Priest and abilities and things like that. They're very on the nose and obvious synergies. For example, there's one that when you mind control a Marat, it makes the Marat pregnant, and it AoE impregnates all the Marats around it, and it basically triples or quadruples their numbers. And then there's another ability that every time you kill a Marat, it gives you a stack of Shadow Word Death, right? So you can use it to impregnate a bunch of Marats, have this huge like AoE Marat group, kill them all, and get like 30 or 40 stacks of your execute ability, like boom, instantly done. But the issue specifically with having a smaller number of floors, like these 6 floors in Torghast has currently, is when you have abilities like that, you're building for the future, right? So I'm not going to go in Torghast and see that, oh, I got this impregnate Marat ability, and on the on the left and then to the right, I've got an ability that gives me a 15% chance to gain 35% crit. And I'm looking at those two abilities, like one of them does something for me right now. The other one's going to maybe do something for me if I get lucky and I get the other ability that synergizes with this one. When you only have 6 floors, there's no reason to build towards the future, and you just want to build as much damage as possible, as quickly as possible, because you have 6 floors and you're going to get out of there in 20 minutes, right? If it had like 60 floors, and it's like, okay, on floor 3 I get this impregnate Marat ability, I can sacrifice the ability for, how do I put it? I can sacrifice the damaging ability for the Marat ability for the potential of getting a synergistic ability with the impregnate Marat ability later on, right? So you can sacrifice it for later potential, and that's the fun of what Torghast. That's the fun of Torghast's potential, I should say. I know that like it sounds weird when put like that, but you really need to have more floors so you can build towards the future and be more strategic about the things that you're doing, and that's really what it comes down to. And it's kind of disappointing to see that Blizzard's only they've locked it to 6 floors currently. I'm sure that they're going to open up later on, but it feels like, why are they gating content like that? I don't really understand the philosophy of gating the potential of content, because I don't even know if it's going to be good. It could be awful, and it feels like they're gating the potential for this content, and it has the potential to be something amazing. And it's just disappointing to see that they're, I don't know. It's just disappointing to see that it's not quite what I was hoping for, and it doesn't really look like they're going to be changing it anytime soon. I think they will eventually unlock all the floors, but or not all the floors, but they'll put modes in, like the unlimited mode and stuff like that. I think they will do that eventually, but right now, like I said, it's a carbon copy of a mobile game, and it kind of sucks. It has potential, but it kind of sucks. Yeah. So with all that being said, thank you all for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.